Y'all already know what it is. Getting my exercise this morning. Gotta exercise. Sit my ass down. Whew. Shit. Listen, I'm so sick and tired of everybody saying the same exact thing. I understand. I understand. I understand what you're going through. I understand. No, the fuck you don't. Stop lying. Yeah, stop fucking lying. You don't understand anything that I'm going through. That is just something that everybody is conditioned to say. Everybody has this, I don't know, it's like they bought to something. I understand. I understand. I understand. I'm tired of hearing that shit, bro. I'm tired of hearing that shit. It don't matter how much I break it down, right? It don't matter how much I break it down to a person about my situation and what I'm going through. The first thing that come out their mouth is I understand. And then as soon as I really tell them exactly what I'm going through, they be quick to just walk away. They ain't really trying to hear what the fuck I gotta say. They not ready. That's why. They ain't ready. I'm not like everybody else. Everybody else be like, oh, I'm good. As soon as you ask them how they doing, they be, I'm good. Well, guess what? What the fuck you, how would you feel if you have to fight the system, the whole system? See, a lot of people take the easy way out and they decide, you know what? Fuck that. I'm not finna fight this shit. I give up already. How would you feel, bro, if you gotta sit back and you gotta fight the damn system for your damn kids? Knowing that you didn't do anything wrong and you gotta fight them for many, many years just to get your kids back. You got to put up a fight for the children that you bared.
How you doing?
Hey, how you doing? Just it's like you got to fight for what you know that is yours. And then you don't really got nobody on your side because everybody didn't turn their backs on you. Everybody did. Just because you have a very unique situation and nobody wants to understand, but they swear up and down they understand though. They swear up and down they understand. In the building. Hey, that's my husband, King Lou. Sanika, I will listen to you. Let's chat. Hey, I appreciate that. Yeah, even if see you gotta build a platform. You know what I'm saying? Like I know that it takes time on YouTube to build a platform. I don't care if I got zero people listening. I'm still gonna post this live. So I do appreciate the people that's popping in and out or whatever like that and that's willing to listen. I appreciate that. Because like I'm just speaking facts, you know what I'm saying? Like people really swear up and down that they understand, bro. And they don't understand anything that I am going through. Nothing. Let me tell y'all something. I've been fighting the system for my kids for 5.5 years. 5.5 damn years. That is a long time of suffering. My children are suffering. Their mother, they dad is suffering. And yeah, you know, we might wake up and we might act like we okay. To everybody, they think that we okay. But deep down inside, we know that we really not okay, bro. We really not that okay. It's you can't sit here and tell me that I'm gonna be just fine knowing that my children have been in the system suffering for 5.5 years without their parents. You cannot sit here and tell me that I'm gonna be just fine watching my kids come to visit and say I want to come home every day. Every time they see me, they say the same thing. I want to come home, and they can't get home because there is some women or men that's running this whole entire thing, that's using the way that they personally feel towards me or their father, and using it against us or using it behind closed doors. And so now they feel like, well, since I feel this way about her, and I feel like she think that she's so damn smart, let's see how smart she really is. Let's see how smart she really is. Let's see if she can outsmart the system. Let's see if she can fight the system. Like, these evil people will literally put you and your kids through shit. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, bro. I finished all my services 2 years ago, bro. 2 years ago. They say once you finish your services and do what you gotta do, you can get your children back. That's a fucking lie. That is a fucking lie. Lies detected, okay? I finished my services like they asked me 2 years ago. Everything they asked me to do was done. Why are my children still in the fucking system, bro? Why are my children still suffering? Why? Because y'all want to see me suffer? You got it. You got it. But I'm going to be honest with you. When all of this is over with, if you think, you know what? I'm not going to let my right hand know what my left hand doing. But you can't possibly, I'm tired. I am so tired of people talking about something. I understand. I understand. You don't understand shit. Put yourself in my shoes. Let me see if you really understand, bro. Let me see. Do you really understand what I'm going through for real? Everybody say the same thing. Everybody say the same thing. And they be feeling like, oh, she good. You know what I'm saying? Like, she can make videos, or, she good. No. Just because I'm making videos don't mean that I'm good, bro. That don't mean that I'm good. When I get off this camera, guess what I gotta do? Still gotta think about my children like I do every single day. When you're a mother and you carry a child or children for 9 damn months, you can't sit and tell me, you can't sit here and tell me that you're not gonna think about them. And the only way that you're not gonna think about them is if you don't give a shit about them. To be honest, they sit here, bro. They put your kids through all of this shit. Even when you that that you wasn't wrong, but the system, they make you feel like you was wrong. They make you go through therapy, parenting classes, take psychological tests, trying to see if you crazy. It's like a battle within itself. It's like a battle after a battle after a battle. Once I complete everything, instead of giving me what I deserve, which is my children back, they decide, oh, hmm, she did everything she has to do. Okay, give us some more services. And then once they give you more services and you be like, why the hell do I got to do more services? It's like, oh, because somebody said this, or they feel like you think this way. It's all about what they think about me personally. It's all about what they think about me personally. It ain't about, let me tell y'all something. Everything that this system put us through is revolved around how they feel about us personally. It's not about what we're not doing. It ain't never been about what we ain't doing. It's about what they want to put us through. And it makes me feel like when they at home behind closed doors, they be going through their own personal, they go through shit in their own personal life. So they feel like, shit, when I get back to work tomorrow, I'm finna put this family through hell. just because I want to put them through hell. It ain't never about what we have not done. It's always been about what they want to put more on us for. I've done everything these people that asked me to do. And never not once do I get fucking recognition for anything that I fucking do, bro. Nothing. The first thing that they say is, oh, she completed those services. Well, we need to get her some more services. Or if it took me 2.5 fucking years to complete therapy that they assigned to me. 2.5 years, y'all. Now imagine, they say once you complete your therapy, that is the biggest step in getting your children back or whatever like that, right? So I complete my therapy. Took me 2.5 years to complete it. I got a satisfactory report at the end stating that I did a really good job and my therapy was closed out successfully. Why in the fuck do they turn around a couple years later and somebody out the whole team decides, oh, I feel that she needs to go back into therapy again because there's something that she's not addressing, and we feel like she's putting on a facade, and it's all about how they personally feel, bro. It's never about what you've completed and that you're doing a very, very good job, and you taking a good step into getting your children returned. It's never about that. It ain't never about that. So they give you back the same thing that you done already completed. They give it right back to you again and again and again and again. I'm going to be honest with you. After you complete everything that you're supposed to complete, guess what else they do? They decide, oh, since she completed everything and she keep beating everything, maybe we should take away her rights. So instead of closing out the case and saying, you know what, these children deserve to be home with their parents, y'all decide, let's go ahead and try to go and move forward with taking away her rights because she been fighting this case for too long. What? That don't even make sense. Then it's like, oh, it's not just about me fighting the case for too long. It's about what they're doing to the children. They doping them up on medications, throwing them in the hospital, putting them with this foster parent, this foster parent, this foster parent, and in total, your kids done probably been to like 12 damn foster homes. And then they turn around and they say to the kids, oh, you got to be good in order to go back home. You have to be good in order to get home. How the fuck a kid that's dealing with being in the system and that's traumatized from being away from their parents for all these years is gonna be good, bro? How? That's fucking impossible. That is the biggest finesse within the system. Oh, you have to have good behavior. You got to be on a good behavior streak in order to go home. So basically, you sitting back and you telling them, you using their parents. So what child is gonna take that shit good? Like what child is gonna take that shit well? Knowing that it's like, oh, I gotta be good to go home with my parents. Man, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Then every time I talk to a person, the first thing that they say is, oh, well, shit. I mean, all you gotta do is just complete the services that they ask you. Just do what they ask you to do. Just kiss their ass. You know what I'm saying? I promise to God, I'm not even lying to y'all. It was about 2 or 3 people. No, matter of fact, it was 3 people out my whole entire life of going through this shit. My 5 years of going through this shit that told me I need to kiss their asses and do what I'm supposed to do, as if I ain't done it. I can't even make this up. Not even a fucking lie. As if I did not do what the fuck I was supposed to do. It's like, just kiss their ass. They literally said those words. Is you fucking insane? Are you fucking crazy? First of all, I know as a biological parent, I have rights. Okay. So if there is something that I simply disagree with, I'm going to do an appeal. But let me tell y'all something about that shit. Once you do an appeal, they still retaliate against you. It's the system so crooked though. They make it to where biological parents literally don't have no rights. Even when you got rights, you ain't got rights. You see what I'm saying? Even when you got rights, you don't have rights. So if you decide that something not clicking right to me, and I don't agree with these services that y'all is trying to give me, I'm finna appeal this. Once you appeal, do you not know that they look at that as a denial? They say that you denying it, that you denying doing your services. Kiss their ass. Fuck out of here, bro. I'm not kissing nobody ass. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I'm gonna fight for my kids. That's what a fight looks like. You gotta put up a fight. If you gonna do this shit and you gonna be in that shit to get to get justice for your children, then you're going to fight. That's what a fight looks like. If you ain't gonna fight this shit, you might as well just give up, bro. I can't even count on my fingers how many people that I've seen that gave up on their damn kids being in the system. They don't fight. They bow down to everything these motherfuckers say. They say shit. Appeal. Oh, okay, appeals. Okay, never hit the appeal. They never do anything in regards to the appeal. So what do they look like? See, my kids, they already know I don't play that shit. They already know mama gonna fight for us. I tell them be patient. I try to keep patience with myself too, because this shit might take a very long time. Who knows? Shit. Things happen overnight too. People be so conditioned that they be like, nah, ain't nothing gonna happen overnight. Yes, it do. Shit happens overnight. You could wake up the next morning and get a damn email or a text message saying that you don't want custody back of all your children. That can happen overnight. But I'm not finna give up. Let me put this right here. I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up the fight. I don't give a fuck. If somebody doing me wrong and I know that they're doing me wrong, I don't give a fuck. I'm still finna put an appeal in. So be it if you don't fucking like it. All them people that was against us, all them people that sat around a round table against us, half of their ass that already quit. Half of them already quit. Some of them we still fighting the battle with, because they want us to come out of this weak. They want to see us weak. They want us to bow down to them. I'm just overall, I'm making this video, this live or whatever, because I'm tired of people talking about, oh, it's okay, it's gonna be okay. I understand. You really think this shit is a cakewalk? Y'all really think this shit is a cakewalk? These motherfuckers don't give a fuck about your life. They don't give a fuck about your personal life. None that you got going on. None that you going through. None of that shit. You want to know why? Because you can get a job right now, a good paying job, and they'll use that shit against you and say, oh, you ain't trying to see your kids now? So you got you a job. But this is the fucking twisted part about these motherfuckers are walking contradictions. They sit here, they tell you need to get a job. They do all that. You need to get a job. You need to get a job. And then as soon as you get a damn job, what happens then? What happened then? They say, oh, you need to see your kids on this day. But I work on that day. Oh, well, we can't change the schedule around because of the people that transport your children to the visits. That's the only time they got available, the only day they got available. They don't give a fuck. So it's either you see your kid on that day and say fuck your job, or you don't see your kids at all. And if you don't see your kids at all, we gonna use that shit against you in court. We gonna use that shit against you, period. To where you ain't gonna never be able to see your kids unless the court say so. So now you doing something wrong because you're working, bro. Now, because you working, you doing the wrong thing. But y'all was just saying, I need to get a job. Y'all was just saying I should work so that it can show in the courts that I'm able to provide for my children. First and foremost, why the fuck is you worried about how I could provide for my kids? Why the fuck you worried about how I provide for my children? Long as they got a place to lay their heads, long as they got clothes on their back, shoes on their feet, food to eat, that's all that should matter. You should not worry about how the fuck I could provide for my kids, how I pay my bills, none of that shit. You should not worry about none of that shit. Y'all ass need to be worried about how biological parents out here doing everything that y'all ask them to do and fucking complete their damn services. Y'all ass need to be sitting up here. I ain't gonna lie, like the higher ups in DCFS need to look into these fucking foster care agencies, bro. They ass wicked as hell. They're wicked as hell, bro. They sit here and they make you do all these fucking services. Turn around, still don't want to give you your fucking kids back. Still don't. You done did everything that you needed to do, everything they asked you to do. They still don't want to give your children. They make your kids suffer, and then they lie to your kids and say, "Oh, 1 minute is oh you got to be good to go back home." Then the next minute is, "Oh well, your parents have to complete their services too." You lying to them. They parents already did everything. Why the fuck you lying? Why the fuck you lying? This shit is not a fucking cakewalk, y'all. You gotta be very strong to deal with shit like this. You gotta be a warrior, okay, to deal with shit like this. No lie. No lie. Then when you want to move on with your life, look, they make you feel like it's a crime to move on with your life. When you want to move on with your life and do you, right? And you got you a man, speaking from a woman's standpoint, you got you a man, or you a man and you got you a woman. When you do things like that and you decide that y'all want to have children or whatever the case may be, not even expecting these people to take your kids away or attempt to take your kids away, they look at you like you crazy. They look at you like it's a crime to have fucking children, bro. They look at you like it's a crime to have kids though. You want to know why? Because they're so evil. They want to take your fucking children away from you. They don't feel like you deserve to have children after you did everything that you were supposed to do. After you completed motherfucking what? 6 out of 6 services that they asked you to do. You drop clean every time that they decide that they want to do a random drop on you. You drop clean. Not one time have you dropped dirty. Not one time have you. And you want to know why they do random drops on biological parents? It's because they feel like, oh, I'm putting this biological parent through all this shit within the system. I know they gonna end up smoking weed. I know they gonna end up doing crack. I know they gonna end up doing some type of drug. And then they feel like you doing drugs too when they see that you're happy. They don't want you to be happy. You go to visits and you happy with your children and shit like that. They feel like, oh, you doing fucking drugs. We finna get them a random ass drop. And guess what? When it drop clean, everybody be looking like, oh, what happened? I thought I was doing drugs. I thought I was doing drugs, y'all. Y'all gave me random drop because y'all had suspicions that I was doing drugs. What happened? I dropped clean. I dropped clean. Then if they say, okay, If they say, okay, I'm finna get his biological parent unsupervised community visits or overnight visitation with their children, blase, blase, we need proof of your driver's license and your insurance. Like, or sometimes they go as far as to saying, oh, we need to see record of your vehicle working good. Do I ask you motherfuckers for shit like that and y'all transporting my damn children around? I fear for my kids' safety when they around you motherfuckers. Real talk. I don't trust y'all. I don't trust y'all around my children. Real talk. So you ask, so basically you need to trust me around my own kids, bro. And I've given you every reason to trust me around my kids, which sounds fucking sick as shit. I gave you every reason to trust me around my kids. I gave y'all ass reasons. I drop clean, faithfully. Every time that they do random drops on me, I drop clean. Every time they give me a service, I complete it successfully. Every time I have visitation with my children or I do overnights or unsupervised visitation, not one time was there a bad incident that was reported. Matter of fact, it was. Because it was a fucking lie that they made up on me. And guess what happened? The investigation went on for about 9 months until it was unfounded. And I found out I ain't do shit. Nothing. Somebody put a false ass report on me. While I was just in the process of getting my children back home, there was a false report put out on me. Like, they sabotaging my case, bro. They sabotaging my shit. And the shit was unfounded. And yet and still, I'm here today to say that I am still fighting. Still. And then they so fucking wicked. They be on my damn YouTube channel trying to see what I'm talking about so they can use it against me in court and use it against me in meetings or go and tell my fucking attorney that I'm talking about them or I'm talking about the case. And get the fuck off my YouTube. Stop watching me, bro. I'm not mentioning names. I'm not saying the agency. None of that shit. None of that shit. What happened is I'm on here today because I'm tired of people talking about they understand what I'm going through, bro. I'm tired of it. I'm tired. So I'm here today to explain to everybody that I have been fighting the system, DCFS, for 5.5 years and trying to get my children back. I've completed every damn service that they've asked me to do. I completed everything that I needed to complete 2 years ago. And here I am still fighting for my kids. That don't even make sense, do it? And by the way, how my kids got in the system, guess what? A fucking false report. But y'all not going out here and y'all not picking up kids out off the streets or picking up kids that's in the homes where they really being attacked and abused by their fucking parents, bro. Y'all ain't doing that shit. Y'all targeting parents that y'all know that it's like, oh, we know that they vulnerable. Y'all targeting parents like that. And my life and my children's life is in the palm of these people's hands. And as long as they got my kids in the palm of their hands, as long as they got my children, they're going to continue. They going to continue to make our kids suffer through everything. Just because they feel a way about me personally, no lie to you. They feel a way about me personally. They hate the fact that they hate when I come to YouTube with my problems. They hate when I speak the truth in meetings. And I'm gonna be honest with you, it ain't just me that's fighting this shit by myself. My husband is too. He fighting with me. Real talk, we both in this shit together. So let me just stop making it seem like it's me. But I was fighting this shit for like 1.5 years longer than he was, though, honestly. And then when he came into the picture or whatever and we had children together, he had to fight with me. And guess what? He's done everything that he's supposed to do. Yet and still, they still playing with us, y'all. Still fucking playing with us. I got 6 kids though. We was able, thank God, to keep one child home with us. My other 5 is suffering. My 2 children out of my 5 that is suffering right now, we're having overnight visitations with them. My other 3 are suffering and they shouldn't have to. They already suffered for 5.5 damn years. What more do you want from them? Y'all bogus as hell, bro. Like, I ain't even gonna lie to you. And then when your kid act out, they throw them right into psychiatric hospitals. And they say, oh, you gotta be good in order to go home. That don't even make sense. Then y'all throw them on medication. And y'all tell me that I'm in denial that my children are on medications. How the fuck is I'm in denial that my kids is on? Is you fucking crazy? You crazy or something? How is I'm in denial that my children are on medication when I know for a fact they don't need to be on medication? How is that being in denial? That's just spitting facts. Any kid in the fucking system right now do not deserve to be on meds, bro. They putting these kids on meds for extra money. That's what the fuck they're doing. This is a money grab. They look at these kids as tokens. But I'm in denial though. Y'all the ones that's abusing and neglecting my fucking children. It's y'all that's doing that shit. Fuck you pointing the finger at me for, and I ain't did nothing. What do you mean? And by the way, this shit, I'm gonna be honest with you. And then once it's all over and the children come back, that's another battle within itself. Because the kids have been gone for 5.5 years and traumatized, being in the system, being in about 10, 12 different foster homes, being in and out of psychiatric hospitals, getting abused by other foster parents, getting neglected and shit like that. Right? To the point where when they come home, we gotta battle with them too. We gotta treat them like they're babies, which is okay. We gotta treat them like they're babies because see, they traumatized and they were frozen at a certain age. And I'm gonna be honest with you. For instance, my daughter, she's finna be 7 this year now. When she first came into the system, she was 1 years old. So she still, when I see her, I have to treat her like a 1-year-old. I gotta treat her like a baby. Because she's in that mindset of the last thing that she remembers was I was with my mommy and I was a baby and I miss being a baby. And even though she finna be 7, technically she still is a baby to me. You know what I'm saying? She still is a baby. But when they stuck in that phase of the day that they got taken away and they were certain ages, that is the age that you got to treat them. Like, for instance, my 11-year-old, she finna be 12. When she got taken away, she was 6. I still got to treat her sometimes like a 6-year-old. I still baby her. Still. And, you know, these people tell me, so you gonna tell me, right, that my rights can potentially be taken away, right? But y'all ain't telling my kids that shit though. Why the fuck is it a secret? Why is it a secret? Why? I understand that they got to go through the courts and you know what I'm saying? The judge is the one that has to determine, so y'all say. I feel like God is the one that determines it all though, to be honest. But the judge got to determine shit like that. But why would you not express that to my children? Oh, my bad, because y'all already know what they gonna say. From my understanding, I believe they told one of my kids that, yeah, you know, how would you feel if you was to stay with this specific foster parent if mommy couldn't get you back? And my kid was like, I don't want to stay with this foster parent. I want to go home with my mama. Like, what the fuck you mean? I want to go home with my mama. Like, you think that and then y'all sleep at night. Y'all fucking sleep at night through this shit. I don't understand this shit. You do a parent wrong, you know they doing right. It's parents out here that ain't completing none of their services, y'all. They ain't doing no services. They dropping dirty, blah blah blah, and they still getting their kids back. Still getting their kids back. But me, on the other hand, I done completed everything they asked me to do. I done dropped clean. I done did everything that they fucking asked me of me. And they are making me suffer for their own personal reasons. I ain't gonna lie, like I don't like how this dude, he got these two little girls. They look like his granddaughters, but he taking them to the bathroom, bro. He a old ass man and he taking his little granddaughters to the bathroom. I don't like that shit. No. Where's the grandmother? Where's she at? And they little girls, you know what I'm saying? They look like they only about, they literally look like they 2 and 3. They don't know. But yeah, same thing with my children. I don't know what the fuck goes on behind closed doors. I only know what they tell me. And guess what? I don't have to push it out of my children like y'all think I be doing. I coerce them and I've been doing this and that and this, that, and this, that, and this, that. No, my children come to me because they're comfortable with talking to me. But I feel like other than that, it's other things that has really been going on for real that they really don't want to tell me. You want to know why? Because they know that I'll put up a fuss about it. They know that my mama is about to go in on these people if something happens to me. I ain't gonna go in, I ain't gonna cuss nobody out, but I'm gonna handle everything the legal way. Paperwork, all that shit. Appeal, all that shit. I don't give a fuck, bro. These people, they stay retaliating against us. Steady keep retaliating. Every time we do the right thing and we got rights. What's wrong with that, bro? I could see if we was cussing y'all out, we threatened y'all, we said we was finna kill one of y'all, whatever the case may be, that's different. But when we go through everything the legal way and we take care of everything with the going the right direction, taking care of everything, doing the paperwork and everything like that, we still wrong? How? How, Sway? How? We still wrong and then they ready to retaliate against us. Let's be 100. Everybody swear up and down. Oh, all you gotta do is this. All you gotta do is that. Why you won't just do what these people tell you to do so you can get your kids back? Bitch, is you slow? I hate when people say that shit. I've done everything, bro. Once again, I've done everything. I already know how to. It's the crazy part about it is I've been going through this shit so long, y'all, that I know the next thing they finna say. I know these motherfuckers like the back of my hand. And I guarantee you right now, one of they ass probably done already tuned in to my live. If not, they finna tune in to the shit later just to see what the fuck I'm talking about. So they can write an email about it or tell my attorney that I need to take it down. They gonna use it against me so I can't get my children back. All that shit. I got freedom of speech. What the fuck am I saying wrong? Once again, I'm making this live because I'm tired of people saying, I understand what you're going through. I'm tired of hearing that shit coming out of people's mouth. So I'm here today to explain to the public what the fuck I'm actually going through, which is I have been fighting CPS or DCFS, so you whatever y'all call it in y'all state, for 5.5 years. My children have been gone away from me for 5.5 damn years. That's what I'm talking about. And I'm talking about the way that this wicked ass system operates behind everything. I completed all my services, everything they asked me to do, and yet and still I'm here today fighting. Still. I'm tired of motherfuckers talking about just do what they asked you to do. Did you do your services? Duh, bitch. I mean, it's quite obvious that y'all literally do not know how this system operates. So I'm just laying it on the table and I'm just telling y'all the real. They sit here and they try to act like technically a foster care agency's job is to make sure families that are like kids that come into the system or whatever, the foster care agency, it's their job to make sure that your kids are returned back to you. And I know with that, I'm very aware that there is services that has to be incorporated for the parents to complete in order to get their children back. I understand that. But see, the thing is, though, I have done every service that these people asked me to do. I've attended meetings. I've attended staffings. Anytime I find out that my kids get placed in psychiatric hospitals, I go and see them faithfully. I go to visitations with my kids. I do everything that's asked of me, and don't even really and I only time I put up a fuss about anything is when I know that something ain't right. And if they continue to be petty towards me about it, then I move forward with an appeal. Because I know that us as parents have the right to appeal. So they say, right? But once you appeal, y'all, these people sit here and they make you feel like you're doing the wrong thing. Yeah, it's sad. It's sad. It is. I just wish that people would stop saying that, oh, I understand. You don't understand. I'm so tired of hearing that program that's bot ass shit. I'm tired, bro. I'm tired. Everybody that sat up here and told me that they understand, where they at now? Where they at now? They gave up on me. I always stress to my children every time I talk to them, I say, look, don't throw the towel in, okay? This battle is not over, okay? We got to do this together. We got to. I'm fighting for y'all. You know what I'm saying? All I ask that y'all do, only thing I ask of my children, and I don't put too much on them because I know it ain't that easy. Only thing I really ask of them is to stay away from these psychiatric hospitals. Because if they get placed in there over and over and over and over again, it gets to the point where they end up in a place where they don't want to be for real. And then I'm be looking like, what the fuck? It gets to the point where once a child is placed in a psychiatric hospital for the first time, you already know what they do. The first time that you in there, they try to look for diagnosis to see what's wrong with you, see why you crazy, so they can put you on medications, bro. I'm not lying to you. I've been to a psychiatric hospital. I've been hospitalized 15 damn times in my life. And this was all the way back when I was a teen. I was very young, going through what I went through. But I had my mother, but you might as well say she was the damn system, because she treated me like she was the damn foster parent towards me. And the first thing that she did every time I act out was throw me right into a psychiatric hospital. Like, damn, be a parent. You can't fucking handle the way that I'm acting. So it's like, and I wasn't, you know what I'm saying? I ain't kill nobody. I didn't kill nobody or nothing like that. I was just defiant. You know what I'm saying? Talking back and stuff like that. And she didn't want to understand me. So what she did was she threw me in a psychiatric hospital. And then I was in and out psychiatric hospital, hospitalized over 15 times. Of course they put me on meds. Of course. But guess what? I stopped taking that shit when I was 17. I stopped taking it. It wasn't helping. It wasn't doing shit. I'm tired of them lying and shit, talking about some, oh, the medicine is going to help the kids. No, the fuck it's not. Why is y'all lying? The kids are smart. They know how to Kids know how to think, okay? So this the crazy part. You say a kid is crazy or whatever, they defiant, blah blah blah. You put them on medications, right? They act out. Even when they on the medication, they act out. So you dope up the medication some more. So now they high as shit off the medicine because you done doped them some more. They still acting out. And you wondering like, damn, the medicine not working. So now what you do is you try to bribe them and you say, oh, you know what? If you be good, you can go to uh Wisconsin Dells, for example. We're gonna take you to Wisconsin Dells, since if you could be good, if you could show me that you could be good throughout the whole week, we're gonna take you to Wisconsin Dells. The kid be good. Now the kid is good. And now you so in denial that they're thinking with their mind that you feel like, oh, the medicine is working. Y'all motherfuckers is crazy. If anybody need medicine, it's you. It's you. You don't think that these kids are, they thinking with their mind. It's not the fucking medicine. The medicine ain't doing shit but giving them side effects. I'm telling you. From my own experience, only thing that the medicine would do is make you fat, make you skinny, it make you sleep a lot, it make you high. It's not going to control, really, it's not really going to control your thinking. It's really not. And some people, like adults or kids that do pop the medicine or take the pills or whatever, they really believe in their mind too. Some of them believe in their mind that the medicine is working too. But what they not understanding is it's them. It's them and the way that they think. It's you. It's what you're doing. You're making progress. It ain't the medicine. I'm tired of people saying that shit. Psychiatric, what they call it, y'all? It's not psychiatric medications. Is it psychedelic? I don't know. The medicine, from my experience of being hospitalized 15 fucking times and being on meds, that shit do not fucking help. I was 16 years old on the medication, on the damn. I was 16 years old on some damn medicine that they gave to me because I was depressed, so they say. And guess what it was doing? It was making my breast leak milk. I wasn't pregnant. I didn't have a child or anything like that. That was just a side effect. It was making my breast leak milk. I mean, I woke up one day and my whole, like, the inside of my bra was wet. And I'm like, what the fuck? And so when I took the bra off, I started seeing my breast leaking milk, bro, from the medicine. And then at the time I had a psychiatrist. When my mom took me to the psychiatrist, he said, oh, that's the side effect. That's one of the side effects, but it's very rare to happen. Like, most of my clients that I put on that medication, they never had that issue. What the fuck? So he took me off of that medication and put me on something else. I'm not lying to you. All it does is they put my children on the shit. Guess what it's doing? Making them big. It's making them big. Overweight. They very big for their age, man. And then when I say, man, I don't agree with my children being on this medication, guess what happens? It's not about what I feel and how I don't agree. What it's about is the fact that they're going to use that against me. That's what it's about. Oh, you don't want your kids? So that means that if we send children back home, they're at risk of being in the home with you because you won't give them their medicine. Oh my God. Oh my God. So that's why I'm tired of people saying, it's okay, it's gonna be okay. I understand. No, the fuck you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. I've been doing this shit for 5.5 years. I know how this system operate. I know what they be on. I know these motherfuckers pretty much like the back of my hand. Like I just said, right now, I guarantee you, if they don't, I'm gonna be surprised. But I feel like they already watching my video, bro. They watching my shit, and they finna go amongst one another, and they gonna end up making a clinical staffing and holding it about me and saying that I need help, saying that I needed to seek therapy, and this is why I need therapy, and all of this shit, bro. All because I'm expressing how I feel about the system and how the children are suffering behind this shit. They suffering. And y'all think this shit is okay. Y'all feel like, oh, she should just shut up. She shouldn't say nothing. Look, I got a freedom of fucking speech. You ain't about to tell me what the fuck to say on my channel, man. Move around. Damn, I can't express the shit. If I express the way I feel right now towards these motherfuckers, they're probably gonna put a police report on me, or they gonna make it to where they feel like they being threatened. But I did express how I feel towards them. I told them, I said, you know, the things that y'all doing, y'all traumatizing my children even more. Y'all messing them up even more. But y'all swear up and down it's the parents though. Even though we can't see our children except once or twice a week, it's the parents. We're the ones that's traumatizing them. Like, I can't make this shit up. I can't. How the fuck is we traumatizing our children? How? We can't even really see them. We only see them once or twice a week. And when we do, the main focus with our children is always playing with them. Like, these people are so sick in the mind. They say, when we try to talk to our children about being good, or if we talk to them about what they're doing wrong and how we try to correct them as their parents, we get we have to suffer consequences behind that. How? Why we gotta suffer consequences behind disciplining our children? And I'm not talking about hitting them. I'm saying that if my little girl running around here smacking her brothers and sisters upside the head with books and stuff like that, and I say, stop doing that. I told you the first time, don't do that. Go sit over there, you're in timeout. I'm wrong. Now I'm wrong. Now they're about to figure out a way that they could think of to come at me for disciplining my child and putting her in the corner. Where did I go wrong at? I didn't put my hands on her. I didn't stump her out. I ain't smacked the shit out of her. I didn't do none of that. All I said was, why are you taking books? This is just the example I'm using. Why are you taking books and slapping your brothers and sisters upside the head with the book? Go to the corner. Now I'm wrong. And then you know what they do, y'all? They tell us, stop telling our children that they're wrong, and what we need to do is we need to have fun with them during the visitation. How the fuck you gonna tell us how to conduct our visits with our children? We barely get a chance to see them. What the fuck do you mean have fun with them? It ain't always about fun. And see, that's y'all problem. Because when they come back, they gonna be so conditioned that they gonna think life is about fun. We supposed to have fun today, mommy and daddy. Can we go to the park today? Can we do this today? Can we do that today? No, we can't. No. And then when you tell them no, they get extremely emotional. They get pissed off. You know what I'm saying? So, going through this, what our children is going through, they're suffering, let alone when we get time with them by ourselves for a few hours or whatever the case may be. That shit ain't really a cakewalk either, because we have to deal with their emotions, and we got to deal with the way that they feel about what they want to do, but they can't do it because we said no. They're not told no. You know what I'm saying? They not told no. When they with these foster parents let them do whatever the fuck they want. Okay? They can do whatever. They going out of I'm talking about even when I don't agree with my children going out of town with a fucking stranger. These foster parents are strangers. I don't know these motherfuckers. So they taking them out on trips, on vacations and stuff like that. I can't even do that shit with my own kids. They taking them on vacation. They taking them to amusement parks. They taking them to water park. They just taking them all across the damn city of Chicago, out of the damn state of Illinois. They just take it and let my kids do whatever they want. They let my kids every time after school, for instance, when school start, after school they get to go to their friend's house. What the fuck? I'm not finna let my child go to no friend house, especially this day and time. But this is what they're allowing my children to do while they're in the system. They giving them cell phones. They letting them go down the street to their friend house. They letting them you know, instead of doing their homework or whatever the case may be, they letting them go play at the park and have fun. And everything in their life at this point is about fun. And I get it. I get that they have been through so much because y'all put them through so fucking much. It ain't about what they mama did. Because I ain't had my kids in 5.5 years, bro. Real shit. So y'all put them through so fucking much, right? So now the fact that y'all put them through so much, it's like, okay, let me take you to have fun. Let me take you to have fun. Let's do this today. Let's do that today. You know, it's all about fun. And then when they get around me and their dad and we say no to things that they're not used to, now they have an issue. They falling out. They having tantrums. They very emotional because they don't understand what no means. They don't get it. They ain't been told no. It's sad, man. It is. It's very, very sad. Very sad. You know what I'm saying? I feel like children should always know what no means, and they should also know what yes means. They reward bad behavior. In this system, they reward bad behavior. But let me tell you, this is the crazy part. So if my child decide I'm finna beat the shit out this foster parent till they bloody, right? Guess what happens? Either if the foster parent decides I don't want to put this child in the psychiatric hospital, I'm gonna keep this child here still. I'm gonna just get them whatever they want. They beat my ass till I'm bloody, so I'm gonna just go ahead and get. You want to go to the park? Okay, we gonna go to the park. You want to go to the jump house? We gonna go to the jump house. What you say you want to go on the airplane? Okay, I'm gonna make sure I, book a flight so we can go on the airplane. I'm gonna give you whatever you want. That shit is crazy to me, y'all. It's so fucking crazy. And then if we let me tell y'all something. One time during the visit, one of my kids decides to raise up at me and fight me or whatever, right? So what I did was I restrained her. I held her down, and she kept trying to go loose so she could fight me. But it was only because I said what she didn't want me to say. I said no to something, and I stood firm on what I said. And I'm looking like, damn, my child is not the same no more. They look at how you restrain your child too, because they feel like if you restraining them in a certain kind of way, then you abuse them. They sat in my face and watched me restrain my child after she decided to raise up at me. I ain't gonna lie to you. The only reason why she did that shit is because she was in a room full of motherfuckers that she know would have told her yes. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and the only thing that they did was they gave me my flowers for doing that shit. But when my child made up a lie about me, they decide, oh, That's what your mom did, even though they knew for a fact that wasn't true. That's what your mom did. Okay, we're gonna put a report on her then. We're gonna put a report on her. They don't like when I beat them at their game. No lie to you. I beat them at their game every time, and guess what? They still figure out different ways and strategies that they can use it against me every damn time. I'm not even lying to you. This is why I'm still, to this day, going through what I'm going through. Because they strategically plot out and plan out behind the scenes when during work and after work and even on weekends, how can we make Danny's life a living fucking hell? Right now they doing that shit right now. They doing that shit right damn now. And 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 they want to see me be weak. They want me to fall and be weak and say, you know what? Y'all got it. I give up. I give up. Do y'all thing, man. I can't do it no more. I'm done fighting for my kids. Y'all can keep them in the system, man. They want me to say that shit. They waiting for the day. But every damn day that they send me an email or we have a meeting or they have my attorney reach out to me and say, okay, they say that you got to do this now. They want me to say, I ain't doing that shit. See, look, let me tell y'all something. This the tricky part about it. When they give you a service, right? And it's a service that you don't agree with, they want you to say, I'm not doing that. That's the words that they want to hear. If they don't hear that, they can't use it against you. They can't say that you've been non-compliant. But if I simply say these words, I do not I disagree with the services that was implemented for me, and I want to move forward with an appeal, with the appeal process, because I simply do not agree. They be like, damn, this motherfucker's smart. How she know that? Okay, we finna retaliate then. Since she knows so much, we finna retaliate. And by the way, we finna show y'all know what's so sickening though? The fact that the judge that handles the appeals is crooked as shit too. This shit needs to be looked into, y'all. I'm telling y'all, the state of Illinois is one of the most crookedest states when dealing with DCFS. It is crooked as fuck. Like somebody need to come look into this shit. And I understand that they got the DCFS state representative of Illinois. Her name is Heidi Mueller. You know what I'm saying? I understand that they got her appointed, but they need and they need more people to look into this shit. I don't give a fuck what Governor Pricks would think and say. I feel like he got a lot to do with these kids being in the system too, man. For real. Because there ain't no way in the state of Illinois all these children are still all these children that's in the system right now in the state of Illinois is still suffering. And they majority of them supposed to been back home with their parents. Especially if their parents are doing the right thing. Especially if their parents doing the right thing. There is no way that these people are still making money off of our children. Like I said, they want to keep my children in the system because not only do they feel a way about me personally, but it's paying their bills. But y'all got millions and thousands of other children in the system and other caseloads and shit. Why you so focused in on my case? Why? You want to know why? Because I feel like every time my kids get into some trouble, every time, and the first thing that they do is throw them into a psychiatric hospital, they making more. That shit is doubling up their checks. It's doubling. These motherfuckers, no lie to you, y'all. I guarantee you, bro. Not lying. These motherfuckers, the days that we've have had visits in the past, right? We go in to the visitation. These staff members, the same motherfuckers, caseworkers and everything that work with this system, they bringing in big ass boxes of pizza, chicken, balloons. They in that bitch celebrating while families are sitting here suffering. We gotta watch our kids come in crying, I miss you, mommy and daddy, hugging us and shit. We gotta watch our kids suffer behind the hands of this wicked, evil ass system while these motherfuckers sit up here and have parties and shit. Having parties and shit. While they in the same office that we in, having parties, bro. While we in the next room visiting with our kids that we ain't seen in a whole week. And now we finally was able to see them, and they crying and they having, emotional breakdowns, or they only get an opportunity to spend about 2 hours with us, and then they gotta leave and go back with these damn foster parents. While you motherfuckers is sitting up here in next door in the damn room partying, having parties. And y'all the same motherfuckers that's sitting up here making these emails and coming to me talking about, oh, well, let's see, we decided to give you more services because we feel that you need those services. We feel that you have problems. Okay, let's see here. Today, we need you to go downtown or go over here and do a mental health assessment. Why? Why the fuck I gotta do a mental health assessment? What the fuck did I do wrong? Oh, you think I'm crazy? You think I'm crazy? Of course. Because it wouldn't be right for y'all to just throw the kids in psychiatric hospitals and 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 dope them up on medications and give them a diagnosis, because y'all feel like y'all need to do the mom the same way. Y'all need to, if y'all can't do me that way, y'all need to do a mental health assessment, see where my damn head at, to see what I be thinking, see what I'm on, all type of shit. See if I fit the narrative that y'all already painted about me. Y'all need to see if that is the truth. Everything that y'all suspect about me, y'all need to see for yourselves. But see, what y'all fail to realize is when it come down to you motherfuckers, I know to handle y'all professionally. I'm on my YouTube. I can cuss. I could do whatever I want to do on my YouTube. This is my channel. But when I deal with y'all asses, I know how to handle you motherfuckers professionally. I know how to go through the proper procedures. I know how to tell y'all what it is and what it ain't, regardless of how y'all feel, regardless of what y'all decide that y'all want to do or not do. I'm still going to voice my opinion. My job as a biological parent, while dealing with the system and dealing with my children being in the system, is to continue to advocate for my children and advocate for myself, advocate on my husband's behalf. My husband do the same thing. Like, we all in this shit together. And I know y'all hate that shit. Y'all hate that we putting up a fight with y'all. I can't even lie to you. I'm telling you, motherfuckers literally opened up their mouth, y'all. My 5.5 years of dealing with this shit, it was about 3 people that told me, look, I get that you fighting for your kids to come back, but you don't think you should just kiss their ass? Why don't you just do what they ask you to do? Just kiss their ass. Just stop, because they gonna feel like you being difficult to. I don't give a rat's ass. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I know I'm difficult to deal with. I'm not weak-minded, okay? Like you motherfuckers. I'm not. I'm not weak-minded. I'm not gonna give up on my children. I'm gonna advocate for them. That's my job. That's my duty. That's why I want to take away my rights as a parent, because they tired of me putting a fight, y'all. Every time they send me a damn email, or every time I get some paperwork showing, it's always something negative. It's never nothing good. I'm telling you, it's never nothing good. It's always some negative shit. Every email I get is negativity. It's just them just showing how much they abusing their power. So being me, I decide, you know what? I'm finna type up something too. And I'm gonna tell them professionally. You know what I'm saying? Also, I know that some of these caseworkers, they are going above and beyond the code of ethics. Real talk. They going above and beyond their job description. Your job description as a case manager of a foster care agency is to make sure that you work in the best interest of the children. And right now, the best interest of the children is for them to return home with their parents. That's the best interest right now. So why are you not working in that best interest? Why are you going against the children coming back with their parents? You doing the total opposite. You trying to make sure the kids stay in the system. You a wicked motherfucker. Real talk. You wicked as hell. And I'm talking about caseworkers in general that don't even see. A lot of them, all they see is dollar signs. They don't even care about children being reunited with their families. They don't. They want to see how much they can make the parents suffer, how much they can make the kids suffer. They want to see how they can break you. Why the fuck would you want to do that? That's not your job. That ain't your job. That falls out of your job description. Why would you want to make sure the parents get mental health assessment? That don't even make sense, bro. I gotta have a mental health assessment. You telling me that you considering returning 2 out of my other 5 children home. You want to keep them in the system, the other 3. The other 2, you want to send them back home. Meanwhile, I already got full custody of one of my other kids already. But I'm still wrong though. I'm still not a good parent. I need a mental health assessment. Something is wrong with me. I'm putting on a facade. I'm acting this way even though I'm not. Oh, you could tell me about myself more than I know myself, huh? You know me better than I know myself, huh? That's what's wrong with these motherfuckers, y'all. I'm telling you, bro. Like, they'll really sit up here and make it seem like they know you better than you know yourself. You could say this, then, so can I tell you how I feel about you then? On paper, on black and white? Can I do that? Can I? Because the way I feel like you evil. I feel like you personally feel a way about me and it's nothing but jealousy. I feel like you hate that I know my shit. I feel like you want to have kids but you can't have kids. I feel like you get bullied. I feel like nobody likes you. I feel like I could say a whole lot of shit, bro. But it's okay for y'all to slander my name, throw me under the bus, say I'm not a good parent, tell me I need help, tell me I need mental health assessments, all type of shit, bro. Just because I'm putting up a fight with the system. My attorney said something. Yeah, I agree with him with what he said, but at the same time, bro, do what you gotta do as an attorney. You talking about uh this is the way the system operates. This is what they do. They're against the biological parents. I understand that. I know that now. You know what I'm saying? And it didn't take me long to figure it out. It took me 1 year of, like I said, I've been going through this for 5.5 years, but it took me 1 year to finally realize what these people was really about and how they really are targeting biological parents. Even when you do the right thing, you can't, like my husband said, you can't breathe, you can't sleep, you can't eat, you can't do shit. Everything you do, they use it against you. Everything. You eat the wrong way, they use it against you. Your kid saying, mommy, 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 while you trying to take care of one of the other kids, they use that against you and say that you ignoring a child and say that you're neglecting your child. How? Then they try to say, oh, you showing more attention to one of the other kids and you not showing this child attention. How? My child is saying mommy, mommy, mommy while I'm trying to help the other kid. Like, These people crazy, man. They are crazy. And if anybody need medication, it's you motherfuckers. Real shit. I'm pretty sure some of y'all be taking meds. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. One time I had this one caseworker. See, they got a big turnover rate too, y'all. These foster care agencies got a huge turnover rate. Every time I look up, every 2 years or every year I get a new caseworker. But this specific caseworker that I got, she done been on my case for how many years? About 2 years now. Yep. She been on my shit for, no, it's finna go on 2 years. But before her, it was this other caseworker I had, and they was about to cancel a visit with our youngest son one time, but she decided to still bring him, and we showed up, and she talking about some, see what I did for y'all, I'm like, what? She was like, I brought y'all son. I could have called in sick today because I really am sick, but not like a sick where, it's like I'm coughing and sneezing. I'm really sick in the head. I'm like, what the fuck? And my son got to ride in the car with you, bitch. You see what I'm saying, y'all? I do not trust these motherfuckers. Caseworker told me she's sick in the mind. Oh, but I thought something was wrong with my kids. You made it to where my kids were in and out of psychiatric hospitals. You made it to where my children have to be on meds. But you telling me you sick in the fucking head? And then a year later, she gets fired. But the only reason why she got fired is because she wasn't doing the paperwork like she was supposed to. She was being lazy. She the reason why my two youngest children in the system right now. It's her fault. Real shit. Because she was lazy as fuck. And she wasn't making sure that they get home. You know what I'm saying? One of my kids, she used it against us that we were homeless. She said, oh, they gonna take custody of your child because you homeless. Bitch, as my caseworker, the first thing you supposed to do is make sure that I get housing. But guess what? She ain't put that paperwork through. She had the referral, but she ain't put that paperwork through. It took me it took me 3 years. It took me 3 years to finally get housing. And guess who got it? Me. I did it on my own. Everything that they were supposed to do, I did it. So I'm basically doing their job for them. You know what I'm saying? These people, they got funding. They got billions of fucking dollars. They can give us, they only gave us a check 2 times, and technically we're entitled to more funding. And I found that out, that we are entitled to more funding, y'all. And they know that we is, but their excuse is, oh well, you're gonna have to go to a closet and get some used items for your children, and until we figure this out with this check, bro. And look how long it's been. A few months now. These people isn't, see, do y'all job. You know what I'm saying? That's y'all job. Y'all supposed to give the parents what they need, which is, anytime you ask us what we need and we give y'all a list of the things that's needed, y'all are supposed to make sure we get those things. They are intentionally holding on to the funding, and I feel like they pocketing that shit. This system is crooked as fuck, man. We entitled to, as biological parents, we entitled to funding, especially once you get unsupervised visitation with your children. You get overnight visitations with your children. You entitled to funding. Technically, another thing too, if you're a bio parent and you got your own place, and Actually, you live in a place where you got more than enough room for the children to sleep. And you basically, you got you a place. Even if you don't and you live with someone else and things of that nature, and that's where the kids are going to be returning home, technically you're supposed to have visitation in the home, as long as it is deemed appropriate for the children to have visitation there. But is what they do is they make bio parents go to these foster care agencies or meet up with them in a public place to have visits, instead of doing their job and making sure the visits are held in the home. You know what I'm saying? We did have that once upon a time though, but guess what happened? They tried to say, I think, matter of fact, this was after COVID was over with, way after it was over with, and they made it to where you don't have to wear a mask anymore. These people so wicked, they come up in my house telling me, put a mask on. I gotta put a mask on now. I gotta put a mask on. You know what I'm saying? And then you got people they say, shit, let me come and let me go ahead and just listen to what she talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like I always do every time I see her. This guy right here. Straight creep. Straight creep. You telling your dog to go on over there, but whole time, I'm not lying to y'all. Every time I'm right here, this dude, he walks up and he'll stare at me like I'm an exhibit or something. With his dog. With his fucking dog. Weird. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, this is the story of my fucking life. And I don't care who like it, and I don't care who don't like it. This is what I gotta deal with on a day-to-day basis. Every time. Every day. Monday through Friday. Matter of fact, Monday through Sunday. Because we gotta have visitation with our children. Overnight visitation with our children. Friday to Sunday. And they be petty as hell. They be telling us we can't post pictures of our kids or post them on the internet and things like that. We can't do that. Says who? Why? Let me tell y'all something. This system's so crooked before I get up out of here. This system's so crooked, right? They made a policy to where the foster parents can take pictures of our children and post it on their social media sites. But if the bio parents do it, we get reprimanded for it. This is the new policy that they made up. Them ain't they fucking parents, bro. And I do not want my children being seen on the internet from some fucking foster parent that ain't even a child. That shit is crazy to me. Like, they make it to where the foster parents have way more rights than these motherfucking foster parents. They can sit up and tell on us out of the way that they feel, the way that they feel about us personally. They can go and they can make up lies on us. They could say, oh yeah, her child said this about what they did at the visits, and it ain't even true. They just be making up shit. They just be making up shit. It's like, this dude is so fucking creepy, y'all. He came and sat his ass right here with his dog and just sat there. And sat there. And then when he walks, he stares at me. He don't speak like everybody else do. When they ride past on their bikes while they're walking, they say, hey, how you doing? Some of them do. But this motherfucker, he just weird and he a creep, like real shit. He did the same shit to my husband. He stood there with his dog in the middle of the damn walkway and just stared at him. We always see this man up here. Always see his ass up here and he just weird. Hate people like that. But yeah, this is the story of my life. This is what I'm dealing with, and I'm tired of people telling me it's okay. I understand. Stop saying that shit. Stop saying that shit, man. Until you can walk a mile in my shoes, then you. And I'm not even gonna say that because I'm gonna be honest with y'all. It's a few people that I've talked to personally that had to deal with CPS or DCFS, and they say they understand, right? They got their kids back, so they think that they're bigger than me. They feel, and why I say that is because that's how they conversate with me. They conversate as if I don't know what I'm doing. I need to do it this way. I know the only way that you got your kids, the only reason why a lot of these motherfuckers is back, y'all wanna know the truth? Because they kiss ass. They kiss ass. They kiss ass. They don't put up a fight. Even when they know that these motherfuckers is wrong, they don't make these motherfuckers stand on what they supposed to stand on. They kiss ass. They don't put in no appeals. None of that. They say, okay, yes, sir, master. I'll do whatever you say so I can get my children. Hell no. I want my kids real bad. Trust me. But guess what? If you wrong, you wrong. Right is right, wrong is wrong. And that's how I see it. So if your ass wrong, I'm going to make you understand that you're fucking wrong. And I'm going to put up a fight. I don't give a shit. I don't care. Real talk. You can say what you want to say about me. Say I'm crazy. Say I need mental help. Say all of that shit. Say all of that shit just because I'm voicing my opinions. Say all of that shit just because you personally feel a way about me. But I feel like you fat as fuck. Majority of y'all ass is. You overweight. I feel like you fat. I feel like you dusty. I feel like you can't get a man or a girl, whatever the case may be. That's how I feel. Since you want to say how you feel about me in black and white, well, I'm going to say about how I feel about your ass on camera. I feel like you know you a big bitch. That's how I feel. Did I say any names? No. So if that shoe fit, put that motherfucker on. Yeah. Since you want to say how you feel about me on paperwork and say I need help and I need this, that, and the third, guess what? That's how I feel. You obese and you know it, and you just won't stop eating unhealthy. I feel like you're gonna die of hypertension, and you're gonna take the food with you. I feel like most of you motherfuckers is racist that we gotta deal with. Most of y'all ass racist. Y'all don't like black people, but yet and still you got my damn kids. That's another thing. That's a whole nother discussion. Yet and still you racist, but you got my black child in your house. I don't understand it. And you don't even respect their parents. And their parents ain't disrespect you in no type of form or fashion. No type of way that their parents disrespect you. But yet and still you don't have any respect for their parents. I feel like you racist. I feel like you mad because you want to have kids, but you can't have kids. Most of these people take their own personal problems in their life and they use it against you. Real talk. But I'm about to get up out of here, y'all. I appreciate y'all for listening to me. I really do. And I'm gonna post this video. So it's a lot of people starting to come up here at this park. It wasn't nobody here at first. My phone finna get ready and die on me. So I'm about to get up out of here. I'm gonna make me a video a little later on. Alright, I'm out.